guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Vagisha Mishra and today I am going to talk about Miss USA 2020. So before we proceed ahead, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you'll be the first to get notified whenever a video goes live at my channel. So after watching the finale of Miss USA 2020, I must say that the entire event was filled with surprises, because when I disclosed my top 15 favorites for the crown, I got 12 semi-finalists correct in the actual top 16 of Miss USA, but the winner which I predicted to win Miss USA title, which was Miss New York Andrea Gabao, so she could not win the crown and she could not even proceed ahead in the top 5. That was a little bit surprising, but IMG is well known for its surprises, so I was expecting it kind of. So Miss Mississippi USA is the new Miss USA 2020 and she will be representing United States of America at Miss Universe 2020. Talking about the overall performance, I think Mississippi performed decently. I had my eyes on her when I watched her prelims performance. However, I was not very much convinced with her slow pace walking in the swimsuit round, because she had that spark in her eyes, but when it comes to walking down the runway, she was a little bit low on energy, and maybe because of that reason I did not keep her in my top 16. So nonetheless, I think IMG has made it very clear time and again that it's not only about the walk, but it's about the overall presence and overall personality you bring into the picture whenever you're competing for the coveted title. So I think since Miss Universe organization is the parent organization of both Miss Teen USA and Miss USA, we can expect the same thing at Miss Universe pageant as well. So considering that in mind, I feel that USA will not crown anyone whom they don't think will go ahead in the competition at the Miss Universe pageant. So certainly I think she is one of the IMG kind of representative which Miss Universe looks for these days in their winners. So she certainly has the chance to grab the top 5 position at Miss Universe pageant as of now. Talking about her question and answer round, I think she was very good in the first question and answer round, but when it came to the final statement, I think she performed better than the other candidates who were there in the top 5, because Miss Indiana was really good in the top 5 question and answer round, but when it came to the final statement, I think she was quite nervous and she wasn't able to deliver as much as we expected her to. So that was the only reason I believe that Mississippi got a chance to foray ahead in the competition. Talking about the newly crowned Miss USA Asia branch, I feel that she was a little bit rehearsed in the final question and answer round. That is why I believe that she still needs to polish those skills. Now that she has been crowned as Miss USA, she has that potential which can be brushed up beautifully in the days to come, and since every country has a lot of time to prepare for the Miss Universe pageant, I think she can be polished very well in the coming days. So she needs to brush up her runway skills and also her communication skills. She speaks well, she has great ideas, but when it comes to delivering the answer, I feel that she sounds a little bit monotonous and rehearsed, which is something which can be worked upon. So if we talk about her prospects at the Miss Universe pageant, I think she can easily be a top 5 candidate as of now. And when we talk about her facial beauty, I feel that she is one of the prettiest Miss USA which has been crowned under the IMG. So she is certainly strong facially, but when it comes to overall appearance, I think she still needs to brush up those skills. So nonetheless, they have looked for a candidate who has the potential to shine, who has the capability to learn and proceed ahead, and they did not went ahead with somebody who was already very well polished and was very reluctant to change. So I think that was the reason why they chose Miss Mississippi as the new Miss USA, and that is why she was crowned as the representative of the country. And I think that she has really a long way to go. Overall, when we talk about the results, I wasn't very happy with the results, but yes, it was kind of satisfying, because if we look at the overall performance, I think it was Indiana who deserved the crown, and I was very surprised that she was crowned not even as the first runner-up. So that was a little bit surprising to me, but again, we understand that whenever we have seen IMG deliver its result, they have always been surprising, and I think we should get used to those surprises now, because we have seen many national pageants where the front runners don't win the crown. So we can expect the same thing happening at Miss Universe as well. So as of now, my final verdict is that Miss USA should be logged in the top 5 as of now. And let's now go into details of the Miss USA finale, and let's talk about each and every aspect, each and every round, and let's talk about each and every detail. So let's dive in. The show started with the contestants' introduction in Cherry Hill. I really liked the stage and the lighting was also quite beautiful. So I enjoyed watching all the contestants take over the stage. Talking about the on-stage host, I feel that they were any day better than the prelims host who was now hosting the backstage for Miss USA Finals. Very soon, the 51 contestants were then narrowed down to top 16 semi-finalists, and I was very happy that 12 of my predicted finalists actually made it to the real top 16 semi-finalist position of Miss USA 2020 finals. However, the biggest surprises of the shortlisting were Massachusetts, Texas, and Florida, for whom many people were rooting to win. Very soon, the top 16 semi-finalists were on the stage competing with each other in the swimsuit competition. New Jersey was the first person to open the swimsuit competition, and I was in love with her. She walked very smoothly on the stage and her expressions was on fire. Up next, we had Idaho. Now, Idaho went on to become straight first runner-up at the Miss USA 2020 finals, so we can assume how well she performed in all the rounds. She was very beautiful, and I think she performed even better than the prelims in the finals of swimsuit competition. And thereafter, we had Alabama. Alabama's smile and her facial expressions, her poise and posture were on point. She slayed on the runway. And then we had one of my sentimental favorites, Louisiana. It was really surprising to see her not go quite ahead in the competition, but she did her job very well. I enjoyed her performance. And then we had the star of the evening, Miss Mississippi Asia Branch. She was quite decent in the swimsuit competition, but I feel that she still needs to improve her runway skills, because when I see her walking on the stage, I am in love with her eyes expression. But when it comes to the technicalities of the walk, I feel she still needs a long way to go. And then we had Missouri. Missouri was not in my top 16 picks, and I wasn't very surprised because she was quite weak in the swimsuit competition. I did not enjoy her performance at all. Then we had Ohio. I mean, just look at those abs. She is so fit. This is the kind of body which any Miss Universe aspirant will aspire for. So she was very good on the stage as expected. But again, as I have already said, that IMG is not only about the walk and the body, but it is much more than that. And maybe that's why she could not proceed ahead. And then we had District of Columbia. Again, a great performance as she did in prelims. She was very beautiful on stage. I really like her smile. And thereafter we had Oklahoma. What a beautiful face. She was really gorgeous in the swimsuit competition. She walked very beautifully. She was very poised. Her body is fit. And her overall performance was great too. And then we had Indiana. Now, Indiana was one of my sentimental favorites. I placed her on number 2 position in my final picks, and I was very happy to see her performance. She's so tall and so poised. I really enjoyed walking her on the runway, and she performed very well in the finals. She wasn't very good in the prelims, but she performed very well in the finals. Then we had New York. New York, as usual, gave a very strong performance and walked very beautifully. I think we don't need words to justify how well she is polished when it comes to runway skills. And then we have Georgia. Georgia is so beautiful. She has a very fit body. She slayed on the runway as usual. And thereafter we have California. Now, I was not very impressed with California's performance in the prelims. I found it very low on energy, but when it came to finals, I think she performed better than prelims, and she was really nice on the stage as well. So that's why she could make it ahead to top 10 in the competition. But coming to overall magical presence, I was not very impressed with her. Thereafter we have Illinois. Illinois was not in my final picks, and I wasn't surprised either. I was not very much happy and convinced with her overall performance, but I think she performed well in the closed door interview, and that's why she made it to top 16. Next, we had Nevada. Now, as I said in my prelims review, that Nevada was very good in swimsuit, but when it came to the evening gown, she messed it up completely. So, I was not very sure to pick her up in my top 16, but she was there somewhere in my radar, and she was shortlisted as one of the top 16 semi-finalists, and I think she gave a better performance than prelims in the finals. And then we had Hawaii. Hawaii was so beautiful in the finals, just like she was in the prelims. Really enjoyed her walking down the runway. She was very effortless, very bubbly, very vivacious. I enjoyed it. Very soon, they announced the top 10 semi-finalists who then competed for the evening gown competition. Now, Mississippi was the first person to open the evening gown competition. Again, as I said in my swimsuit review, she has the spark in her eyes, but I am not very much convinced with her runway skills. I did not really like this gown. The trail was attached very awkwardly in the dress. And next up, we had Illinois. And I was not very convinced with her walk either. I felt that she was struggling to walk on the stage, and it was a little bit awkward to watch her walking down the runway. Next, we had Hawaii. Just like the prelims, Hawaii nailed the evening gown competition. She was so polished and so smooth while gliding down the runway. Really enjoyed it. The color purple complemented her beauty very well. And then we had Oklahoma. Just as I said in my prelims review, I feel that it was Oklahoma's very smart decision to send her to Miss USA. She was beautiful on the runway, although she could have bugged up her energy level, she could have leveled up her game, but she was looking very charming in that white gown, and she kind of reminded me of the charm which Olivia Jordan has. Now, I'm not saying that she is very close to her, but yes, she reminded me of Olivia Jordan's white gown. Then next we had Alabama, and I really love that beautiful black gown. Such a remarkable gown on the stage of Miss USA, probably one of the best gowns in the entire night. I enjoyed her walk as well, although the ball gown was a little bit heavy and maybe she wasn't able to walk very smoothly, but overall I really enjoyed that gown performance. Next, we had California. I feel that she leveled up her game since the prelims in the finals, and she was better than the prelims, but nonetheless, I wasn't very much impressed with her walk in the evening gown, and I feel that she needs to work upon her makeup skills and styling in order to shine. Up next, we had Indiana. I was in love with the styling, her walk, her posture, her composure. Such a beautiful lady and such a remarkable performance. I would not hesitate to say that Indiana certainly gave one of the very best performances in the entire batch in the finals, both in the evening gown and swimsuit round. And then next we had Idaho. What a beautiful walk. Now this Filipina American was slaying on the stage. She was very good on the runway. The blue gown complemented her beauty well. She was very well polished with her postures and her composure. Really enjoyed it. Next, we had Andrea Cabao from New York. She was very nice on the stage, very effortless. Her posture, her walk, and her posing game were on point as usual. I'm still really surprised how could she not make it to top 5. And then next we had New Jersey. I was in love with her walk. Such impeccable confidence she holds when she's walking down the runway. I really love her facial expressions. And shortly, the Miss USA organization announced the top 5 finalists, wherein Alabama, Idaho, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Indiana made it to the top 5. Now, I predicted 3 finalists correctly in my final predictions, which were Idaho, Indiana, and Oklahoma. It was really surprising to see New York not making it to top 5. So Oklahoma was the first person to answer the final question and answer round. She was asked that there are some apps which actually hampers the privacy of the customers and how you can deal with it and whether you should use such apps or not. So that was quite a generic question, but the way she answered the question was very stupid and lame. I mean, I'm so sorry I'm using these words, but that's what I felt after hearing her answer. She talked about TikTok and she said that because of the quarantine, she had to download that app, and she, as a leader and hopefully one day as Miss USA, she wants the privacy of Oklahoma and people of USA to be protected, but Her answer actually did not make any sense whatsoever, and I knew at that very moment that she is not going to proceed ahead and she can only end as fourth runner up. Next in line, we had Mississippi, and Mississippi was asked the question that USA right now is quite polarized and what can be done to bring USA together. To which she answered that since our country is polarized, we can actually try to bring in other people by regaining trust in each other, and it's all the matter of trust. And if we start healing the process of trust between each other, then we can actually gain more unity in the country. Although I was not a fan of the content of the speech, but I believe that her delivery was very excellent. She was so good while delivering the answer. She smiled all the way along, and that was something which actually made her more appreciable and likable. Next, we had Indiana in the line. I feel that she nailed the question and answer. I mean, what impeccable confidence does this woman possess? Very beautiful, very tempting, and superb. The way she answered that systematic racism exists right there in our country, that was really powerful. And after this answer, I was actually hoping her to win the crown, and I was very surprised that she wasn't even titled as the first runner up. Next in line, we had Idaho. Now, Idaho was asked to express her opinions on the police reform, and she answered saying that police reform is actually very much needed in this particular hour, because the people who are marginalized in the USA, they are actually victimized, because marginalized people in the USA are mistreated, and hence police reform is very much needed in this particular hour. So I think she answered quite decently. It was not a very good answer, it was not a bad answer either, but she was clearly nervous in this particular round, and we could easily see that on her face. And the last one to answer the final question and answer was Alabama. Alabama was asked that do the social media platforms should have the responsibility to cross-check the facts which people are posting on social media these days. So she answered very beautifully. Her content was simple, but her delivery was amazing. She answered saying that although we get much news from social media, but it is the responsibility of both the parties to ensure that whether they are circulating the right news on the social media or not, whether they are circulating the correct information or not, and we should use the social media in an effective way. So basically her answer was very simple, but she answered it very confidently. I really liked her promptness. This time Miss USA did not had any top 3 shortlisting, but rather they gave another final statement round to top 5 finalists who all were given each different topic. They had to pick their own topic from the bowl, and they have to talk about any given topic which was there on their chit. So when all the contestants took over the stage, I felt that it was Mississippi, Indiana and Idaho who shined very beautifully. However, I feel that Idaho and Indiana both were a little bit nervous with respect to their given topics, and it was only Mississippi who answered with confidence and grace. I really liked the farewell walk of the outgoing Miss USA, because there were no former Miss USA title holders present in the audience because of the COVID scenario. However, the organization made it very special by showing their videos and messages to the outgoing Miss USA. I did not really like her gown. She was dressed in Michael Senso, but that gown was not something which was coming across as very pleasing to me. However, it was overall a great show. By this time, I was actually hoping for Idaho or Indiana to win Miss USA title, because I was not only focusing on the final question and answer and final statement. However, I was looking at the overall performance based on the prelims as well as in the final evening gown and swimsuit competition. So I was kind of sure that Indiana or Idaho is going to win. However, when we saw that Mississippi is winning the Miss USA title, I was a little bit surprised, but at the same time very happy as well, because it is the first crown for that particular state, and overall she's a very beautiful winner. In the IMG era, if we look at the previous title holders, I think she's facially one of the best candidate which Miss USA is sending to the Miss Universe pageant. So all in all, that was quite a satisfying show. I won't say that I was very happy with the results or very amazed to see the show. However, I was not very disappointed either. So all in all, I enjoyed watching it, and it was a pretty great show.
What do you think about the newly crowned Miss USA? So that was all for today's video.
And what do you think about her prospects at the Miss Universe stage? Do you think she's the frontrunner at Miss Universe 2020 pageant as of now? Do let me know all of your opinions in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't followed me on any social media outlet yet, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. We are very close to 10k there. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon. So I will see you guys soon with a very new video. Until next time.